What's going on? Welcome to my Dreamcast. This is episode 9, comedy. Uh, so, last night I had one of the most unhinged dreams I've ever had. It was too much, to be honest. But yeah, we had a dream last night, and I remember a chunk of it, good little bit. I've missed making videos like this, but I just don't have my dreams don't want to be remembered. And also this back behind me, it's not like ripped up or anything. Well, it's cut up, but this is for a costume that I have for Halloween. But it works enough. This is like small corners, but the window's foggy anyways, so nobody can really see that well anyways. But anyways, the dream unhinged, absolutely like insane, and I don't know. I just really wanted to talk about it. I knew as soon as I woke up, absolutely like confused out of my mind, that I needed to make a video about it. But okay, video starts in a familiar location for me. I think it's where I used to go to daycare. Darn. Where I used to go to daycare when I was much younger. There's a recreation center back, like a little closer to where I used to live, and I was there, and I was in the bathroom. And while I was in the bathroom, I was in the stall, doing my business, not double business, just single business. And, I just don't like urinals. And I think that that just translated to the dream. But I'm sitting there doing my business, and there are a few other people in the bathroom, but, I'm just doing my business because I want to do my business and then get back to playing kickball or something. And I hear like some snickering, like got freaking snickerdoodles in here. And I look over because this is where the door is, right here, not back there, right here, the door right there. And I look, and the crack is like not even like the middle of the door. The crack is right right next to me. Awful bathroom layout, awful stall layout design. But I look over, and the dudes are looking right at me. And you know what they're talking about? They're talking about my junk, dude. They're talking about my Johnson. And it's like, oh my god, look at that. Look at it. Look at his wiener. It's like, what are we doing, guys? And then it gets better, because I look to my right, and there's a mirror in the stall. On the back wall of the stall is a mirror, and the toilet is on the side. So people just get like a double view of your junk, of your business. And it's like, I don't know. That is the worst bathroom. I would never go there again. If I could repeat that dream, then I would probably go do something else. Like literally anything other than go to that bathroom. But yeah, I get kind of pissed off, to be honest. I get kind of pissed off, and I run out, and we're in a neighborhood now. And great neighborhood, lovely neighborhood. It's all sunny out, and there's like a few trees along the sidewalk that I'm on. It's actually, love love having like big trees overhead, giving the shade. You know, when they drop all their stuff onto the sidewalk, it's very pretty. But I see one of my cousins that I've only actually ever met one time in my life, and that was just during a vacation. The second time was in a dream, and they're riding a skateboard down down the road. And by the way, the road layout is kind of like a T, so it's like a little bit downhill. The one that I'm on is a little bit downhill, and then the one that my cousin is going down is this this road that's making a T. And they come down the road, and I'm like, oh, that's somebody that I know. That's somebody that I'm familiar with. And cousin comes up to me, and she's like, hey man, what's going on? I'm skateboarding. Check it out. It's like, okay man, cool skateboarding. And she turns around and she skateboards down the sidewalk that I'm on, which is, you know, slight downhill, slight decline. So she catches a little bit of speed, and then she just doesn't stop before she gets to the road at all. She just goes into the road, which, you know, she wasn't ran over or anything, but it was still a little bit crazy that she just like ran into the road. She did not a care in the world. She just ran into that road. And then she came back up. She's like, hey man, you gonna do some skateboarding? And a little known fact about me, I am very awful at skateboarding. I tried it a few times, and it's unnatural. Can't do it. But okay, I'm like, okay, I'll do a little skateboarding. I'll I'll try it. And so I get on the skate. I get ready with the skateboard, and all of a sudden there's four people just around, and they're like, you got this, dude. You're like the best skateboarder there's ever been. And um yeah. So I get ready on the skateboard, and you know, all of a sudden, again, there's a quarter pipe, just like a little mini quarter pipe, you know, small enough to fit on a sidewalk, just there. And I get up on the quarter pipe with the skateboard, and now the skateboard is kind of shaped like that, like, you know, you got the wheels and stuff, but it's just a like a bowl shape. That's a very that's a very ineffective shape for a skateboard. It was very hard to get onto the skateboard, but I got onto it, and I was like, you know, screwing my feet into the board. You know how it be, you know, feeling all fancy and stuff, doing all the necessary techniques. And I go slip forward, the fall, and everybody kind of laughs. I'm like, no, no, stop. I'm actually a great skateboarder. Let me give it one more try. And I get up and I take another attempt. And some person put tarp all over the ground. And I get down the quarter pipe and I roll for like 2 feet. And then I trip over some like tarp. And there's some guy, and he's like standing over somewhere down the sidewalk, and he says some joke about Julius Caesar, and everybody just dies laughing. Like, it's the funniest joke they've ever heard. And I'm just like sitting there. I'm like, that's really that's really funny. that's so that's so funny. But yeah. And then it just ended. It just like the dream just ended right there. Like I have people laughing at a joke that I don't even remember. it's like it's like Dubai chocolate, do vanilla. I messed it up. I can't take credit for this joke, but Dubai chocolate, do hello, vanilla. Like one of those type of jokes, like dream jokes that were kind of funny. Shout out to some guy on TikTok. They might go for real. But yeah, that was the dream, and I don't know, man. It's so out there of a dream. Like you have people spying on me in the bathroom, and then people like watching me fail at skateboarding. Is it's hard to make sense of it. But I will say that I do have, um, recently my mental health has not been the absolute best, and I think maybe people like laughing at me because I don't think them laughing at me in the bathroom was about size because like even in the dream it was like normal sized Johnson. you know it's not like it's not the the craziest size in the world. It's quite average. I can't believe I have to talk about this. Why? Why was that part of my dream? It's so weird. I've been having really weird dreams recently. Some of them are too weird to make videos about, which is very disappointing because otherwise they'd be very interesting to make videos about. But then they're just too weird. But yeah, bad mental health, and I think probably being laughed at a lot has something to do with like a few ego problems that I tend to have. Like, not like ego rah, 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 problems, but like self esteem problems, I would say. And I think like the fear, like being spied on, is probably pretty representative of like my fear of people kind of seeing me when I think I'm alone, you know? Yeah, I really like that interpretation because I like I like my alone time. I like being like I like being isolated to an extent. And I don't like when people kind of intrude on that isolation time. I feel that a lot at work actually. When like I'll eat outside or like pretty far away from everyone else just so that I can be alone and just have time to myself because I have to work with all my coworkers to like keep the workflow going. But people will like come up to me. They're like, "Hey man, how's it going?" And dude, shut up. I don't want to talk to you. I don't like you. But like obviously some of them are cool. Some of them like I enjoy talking to. But like, dude, I'm outside eating alone, watching a YouTube video or listening to music or something. Like, dude, let me be alone. Shut up. But you know how it be. At least maybe you do. I don't know. Um, but yeah, it was. I think that fear of being uh, caught during times of isolation, I guess. I think maybe caught might not be the best word, but I don't know. There are a lot of things that I do when I am isolated that I would never do around other people, you know? Like use the bathroom, especially. I don't use I don't usually use the bathroom for an audience. I usually do that with a closed door and without a giant crack in the door and a mirror on the other side where people can get a double shot of my junk. It's oh, this is goofy. But um yeah, I think just fear yeah, the fear of people intruding on my isolation. Hmm, just, the want to be alone and I'm a pretty antisocial person, especially when my mental health gets to acting up. And like I think I have a certain fear of I wouldn't say incompetency because like I'm very like I understand that I'm not very competent at a lot of things. Honestly, there are more things that I'm incompetent at than I am competent. But that's okay. I'm just a dude. You know, I'm just a guy. Like you gotta cut me some slack. I gotta cut me some slack, I should say. But yeah, I have like I think a fear also of hmm, being judged for my lack of competency. I have hmm, I think it's a lot of it is more social than it is personal. Like I don't like external judgment. I think that's probably something that is representative or something that was kind of represented in the dream in both like the bathroom part and the skateboarding part where people were laughing at me and kind of pointing laughing. I don't really like that type of stuff. It makes me feel bad about myself sometimes. But hey, it's just a dream. That doesn't really happen that often in real life. And when it does happen in real life, it's usually over pretty stupid things. So there's no use uh, getting all caught up, caught up. There's no use getting caught up thinking about it. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope that if you're still watching, that you enjoyed just hearing about my dream. I like telling about my dream. I like talking about it. And, you know, I don't have the most huge mungus uh, audience, but if you are still watching, I appreciate you watching, and I hope you have a good day. Thank you, and goodbye, Brochacho.